Breaking news right now in downtown Atlanta, a very large police presence near Georgia State University. Atlanta News First reporter Sawyer Bressy is live at the scene. Sawyer, I know you talked to police. Bring us up to speed here. What are you learning?
Yeah, we actually just spoke to police. They believe that there were two groups of people. They got in an argument and shots were fired. They told us 4 people are in the hospital, 1 person in critical condition, and they tell us there's no threat to the public right now. They're obviously still working the scene. It looks like there's about 2 blocks sectioned off, and we do know that there have been issues in this area before. Some of the businesses in this area are closed for the day. Some have decided to stay open. We're still waiting for more information. In Atlanta, Sawyer Bressy, Atlanta News First.
All right, Sawyer, we will stay in touch throughout the morning at that breaking scene. Again, multiple people shot there near the campus of Georgia State University this morning.